from the highest mountain. We want everybody in this room. We want to feel your power with crying. We want to feel your presence with crying. We want to be healed with crying. Servant, servant, servant. Somebody in this room is going through something. Cancer tried to attack your body. Oh, you're crying out for your family. Serve it with cry out. I dare you to cry out. If you're looking for something, cry out. Make a sound to the Lord, yeah. To the Lord, to the Lord. Hey, Lord, we need you to save us. Save me from the old me. Save me from the old me. Everybody, come on, everybody say, have your way, Jesus. I dare you. If you're looking for something, tell him he can have it. We surrender all to you, Jesus. I put my trust in you, and I know that you can do it. I seen you do it before. I seen you do it. We know you can do it. Have your way. I move over so you can move in. Yeah. I move over so you can move in and have your way. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Holy, holy Lord,
Tu m'appelles Holy God.
after you, not you, Jesus, not you. After you, not you, unchangeable Jesus. After you, not you, unchangeable Jesus. After you, Jesus, not correct. So correct, so correct, so correct, perfect, so correct, unchangeable Jesus. After you, and you, and a challenger.
You ready to hear? You ready to hear? Na mi pe body a bomb running. Wa dia we a mameta. Udi etie na wo yo patampa. Okokuroko. Omo mani nya me potenti. Bitiri wa me bache. Wa mani me mwase. Kasa ni a wache me matamfo nsem yo. Eya me mwa. Odi ni musra no so afo mi dru. Abubu me potra. Why you say you can't open what's wrong me fair? You ready? When you want some no mistakes. Jesus not correct, so correct, perfect. not correct.
So correct.
So correct.
So correct.
Perfect.
So correct. Unchangeable Jesus. After you and you.
In Paluta, yeah. And me bobby too. I swatch it back. Oh, how they are drinking the bounce so down. Come on, yo. Down, Timamio. Now me say, you're more sheshe. You're more susu. I back to stand down up a 222. Down, come on, yo. Down, Timamio. Then in the cheek, will be the heart. On the body, any. Control me on dog. Mama say, be what share me boss. So my man, Mungu, I say, not at all. Oh, yeah, the room, mama, na pedi soir. Every morning, when they need a soir. Tete, dia, oh, yeah, medical foi. Ubusu, ya, biva, what soir. Tia, power, say, damn, na you. Or say, me, bam, yes, it can obey you. And many, many powers still, na you. Yes, sir.
Unchangeable Jesus. After you and you.
Yes, sir.
Unchangeable Jesus. After you and Jesus.
Not correct.
So correct.
So correct.
So correct.
Perfect.
So correct. Unchangeable Jesus. After you and you.
Any challenger. Ouch. Yeah. Keep them.
So correct. So correct. So correct. Unchangeable Jesus. After you and you.
Odrubianka dem.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
God gave me the keys, so I'm logging in. Had to get off TikTok, watch how I be clocking in. Got the Holy Spirit on the stage when I was walking in. If you got a problem with me, you gon' have to talk to him. Big facts. This little heaven off a big stack. So that Range Rover Deuces, I don't miss that. Had to get on my excuses on a diss track. I'll be walking where the truth is. Ain't no zigzag, no more over. Tell him adios. Started from the bottom, now we with the Holy Ghost. Only way to get up high is if you get down low, ayy. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. Yeah, oh, yeah. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. I never stopped, God brought me to the top. Guess I gotta wait around to see how hard it drop, just kill the beat. It's a whole song about humility. I stay clear what says, cause I know that's where many other villains be. Me and my fam try to keep a low profile. Head stay straight, don't worry about a profile. Can't burn out when you keep it on the low, dog. They say no, wait, now they saying oh, out, no more, oh. Tell him adios. Started from the bottom, now we with the Holy Ghost. Only way to get up high is if you get down low, ayy. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. Yeah, whoa, yeah. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. Yeah, whoa. Had to make it to the top just to see how hard it dropped. I never stopped, God brought me to the top. Guess I gotta wait around and see how hard it dropped. Okay, yeah. Hey, how you start is how you finish. Like 9 to 5, we stand on business. Just to catch up, you gon' need a village. Okay, we got no limits, huh? We got no limits, huh? Yeah, I put on my J's, you already know the dealer. But this ain't a game, this is life, this is the killer. He'll try to trap your soul, I ain't talking Bryson Tiller. But really he's a dog, standing next to a gorilla. My ability to go gorilla beat is from Elohim. Ain't no competition in my game, it's just me on me. And this composition ain't for fame, it's for G.O.G. Tell the devil, go back where you came, cause we walking free. Hop on the stage and I'm ready for war. I'm not the same person I was before. I see revival breaking on the floor. I pray it makes its way out of the door. In Jesus' name we breaking out of Hades. I might be doing this until I'm 80. I leveled up all the way just to say that ain't how you start, it's how you finish. How you feel like 9 to 5, we stand on business. Just to catch up, you gon' need a village. Okay, 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 we got no limits, huh? We got no limits.
See, I got a praise inside of my body that won't leave me alone, and it's making me shout. I know it's power when speaking his name, so you gon' hear Jesus come out of my mouth. Went through a season where even the enemy tried his best at taking me out. God was giving me all of the strength I needed, so hope went turning to doubt. Now I'm alive, living this life with the truth. Jesus had opened my eyes, so now we can rise. They might not like how we move, don't matter, we walk with Christ. I hope you don't mind, might need to give me some room. You talking like everything fine, stop wasting my time. I don't just stick with the rules. If God say it's out of line, no.
Holy, everything inside me cries holy. You pick me up every time I fall. Jesus, you're so powerful. Oh yeah, holy. With all the angels fall before you only. You answer every time I call. Jesus, you're so beautiful.
You're so beautiful.
Oh yeah.
See, I got a story to tell to the rest of the world that's blind and barely can see. I still ain't even got it together, but somehow he using my mouth to make them believe. A spiritual battle, praying ain't only the answer, but fasting, all as a team, collecting his power. He makes something happen, we don't even see it behind the scenes. Can I be honest? It been a struggle for me to decide on which way to go, and I'm so sick of running. I got the peace that I need to block out the junk that's been trying to keep me from coming. Standing on number this word and trying to do all that I can to keep me from stumbling. Feeding my spirit with fasting, starving the flesh and leaving the body so hungry. Hey, holy.
Everything inside me cries holy. You pick me up every time I fall. Jesus, you're so powerful. Oh yeah, holy. With all the angels fall before you only. You answer every time I call. Jesus, you're so beautiful. There is none more worthy. Everything inside me cries holy. Answer every time I call.
Wow.
Jesus, you're so beautiful. You're holy. You're holy.
Gonna do it this year.
You let me down. I was right there at the bottom. Thought I was forgotten, but you didn't let me hit the ground. Flipped upside down. This home is a prison. My mind is conflicted. What am I doing now? You take broken pieces, put them back together. When I'm in your hands, there's no need for me to be whole. 'Cause when I'm broken, I know that you're close. I shut you out, mountains of distance. till they all came crashing down. They all came crashing down. Oh, you take broken pieces, put them back together. When I'm in your hands, there's no need for me to be whole. 'Cause when I'm broken, I know that you're close, close, close. Don't know how, don't know when, don't know why. It's your grace I'm living in, through every high and every low. All I know is I'm not here alone. Don't know how, don't know when, I don't know why. It's your grace I'm living in, through every high and every low. All I know is you take broken pieces, put them back together. When I'm in your hands, the only thing I need to know is when I'm broken, I know that you're whole.
God don't play about me. He don't play. Yeah, I asked him for a little, he gave me a lot. Didn't just pay the bill, y'all he paid it off. I thought I blew my chance, then he spent the block. He opened every door that the devil locked. He turned my worry into worship, my pain into purpose. He did it in public. You know I'm not perfect, I'ma tell the world when he show up, God be showing out. He don't play about me. Yeah, he don't play. God be showing out. He don't play about me. He don't play. On Monday I woke up, faith on 10. By Tuesday I'm looking like, here we go again. On Wednesday, weight was heavy on me, so I prayed. On Thursday I didn't want to speak. By Friday, favor found me in the fight. On Saturday, I started feeling brand new. On Sunday, pulled up to Rock City. PMJ told me I could thrive. He turned my worry into worship, turn my pain into purpose. He'll do it in public, so you know I'm not perfect. He don't just he don't play about me, yo. He don't play, God be showing out. He don't play about me, yeah. He don't play, God be showing out.
Step in the building, Bible on me. 1, 2, 3, you know we deep. Just like Moses splitting the sea. We walk in the church, I ain't paying the fee. I make time for God. He make time for me. Matthew 18:20, you said when we come in your name, we coming in. Okay. And I don't need a drug, I've been moving on God, so I still gotta carry my peace. I was looking for change and they want me to pay, but I knew that his mercy was free. Ooh, talk about giving me life and then show me the word, I guess I gotta read. Come on. Step in the building, Bible on me. 1, 2, 3, you know we deep. Just like Moses splitting the sea. We walk in the church, I ain't paying the fee. I make time for God. He make time for me. Matthew 18:20, you said when we come in your name, we coming in. Walking with God and we not finna stop. Toting your word and I don't need a Glock. Got the armor of God and it's deep in my sock. I ain't never thought that I'd be tied with the rock. Ain't with the gang and I ain't with the block. I've been serving the Lord and I know he on top. He speaking the truth and he not finna stop. And I don't need a drug. I've been moving on God, so I still gotta carry my peace. I was looking for change and they want me to pay, but I knew that his mercy was free. Talk about giving me life and then show me the word, I guess I gotta read. And I'm heavy there, I got the keys. They a dog, they still got the fleas. And the law, I still gotta read. And the sin is still a disease. I'm a Christ, so I gotta lead. Spirit, I need. Okay. God, I need. Okay. Father, I need. Coming together, we still need it. Okay. I am saved. God remains. If there ain't all this day, it's lying. No, this right here ain't a phase. Step in the building, Bible on me. 1, 2, 3, you know we deep. Just like Moses splitting the sea. We walk in the church, I ain't paying the fee. I make time for God. He make time for me. Matthew 18:20, you said when we come in your name, we coming in. 3.
Yeah, and I came with my angels. Life is gonna get hard. I still remain faithful. Devil still try to kill my vibe. Kick that little boy to the curb. Cause I came in with my guy. Yeah. I know it's working, even if it feel like time to. Done with the search, it was in front of me. Yeah, I can depend on him, he right or wrong. Jesus, stuck on you, I can't move on. Yeah, we like 3 deep right now. Cozy just like 4 seasons. Tell that old life pipe down. Yeah, step in the building, I walk with a look at this Bible on me. Yeah, ain't no chains up on my wrist, cause boy, I'm
Holy Spirit, take me all the way. Take me up into the holy place. I surrender to you all today. I forever give you all my praise. Holy Spirit, take me all the way. Take me up into the holy place. I surrender to you all today. I forever give you all my praise. So Holy Spirit, take me.
I'm skipping leg day and I'm skipping hell. Got me sipping from the living well and now we're living well. If he hadn't resurrected then it would have been a different tale. It was a dark night when he played the Christian bell. DC, what a marvel at it. Low key in the storm, I ain't even gotta worry about it. God is working, he ain't ever missed a shift. His grace is sufficient for his kids. Every day living is a gift. Oh Lord, he's been patient. New chapters, he flips pages. Pay the price, now we skip Hades. Sacrifice for our sins' wages. He can make it teeth straight when it embraces. Oh Lord, now we're living for the 3 in 1. He's doing more than 3 in 1. He's doing more than 3 in some. 3 in daughters, 3 in sons, 3 in more than millions. It's enormous billions. We can all this.
Take me up into the holy place. I surrender to you all today. I forever give you all my praise. Holy Spirit, take me all the way. Take me up into the holy place. I surrender to you all today. I forever give you all my praise. So Holy Spirit, take me.
Yeah, heaven is my home, I'm just here recruiting. Guest list, I'm trying to get the crew in. I'm saying amen, hallelujah to Yeshua, cause my chains are loosened. And he's got a brother singing new hymns. I tell him, Jesus, take the wheel, let me part the BM. Being Christ-like is hard to be him. The will of God, yeah, I'm trying to be in. I wanna see him. We ain't gotta be Jamaican or Haitian for the Savior to Caribbean. He's got the whole world in his hands. Holy Father in the Trinity, my Trinidad. And it's a bigger fact that life has been less of a hard pill to swallow when I write him in. Regardless, I will bless the Savior. When life gets me in a state like an Esther waiver. All my worst, all my best behavior. I know his love is forever made. Just the Holy Spirit take me
all the way. Take me up into the holy place. I surrender to you all today. I forever give you all my praise. Holy Spirit, take me all the way. Take me up into the holy place. I surrender
to you all today. I forever give you all my praise. So Holy Spirit, take me.
Oh, take me where your goodness reigns forever. And there are no tears of sadness whatsoever. For the love is pure, and your truth endures. So for all my days, not my way, but yours. Oh,
Holy Spirit, take me all the way. Take me up into the holy place. I surrender to you all today. I forever give you all my praise. Holy Spirit, take me all the way. Take me up into the holy place. I surrender to you all today. I give you my praise. So Holy Spirit, take me all the way. Take me up into the holy place. I surrender to you all today.
all my praise, yeah.
Holy Spirit, take me all the way. Take me up into the holy place. I surrender to you all today.
Won't you take me to the holy place? I wanna say holy. Holy Spirit.
So Holy Spirit, take me.
Hey, God, it's me. You seem quiet lately. So glad to know you didn't forget about us. Hey!
I know, you know, we know life is harder than it's been before. I know, you know, we know it's not the end. I'm here for so much more. See the tears we cry together. See this pain, it won't last forever.
Yes, sir.
God is working on something for you somehow, right now, right now, yes, right now.
Listen.
Open your eyes, lift your head high. Know that it's yes, it's on the way. Heard the prayer praise will find.
Right.
I'm still alive.
Thank you.
I made it through another day. Something's gonna change.
Whatever.
Whatever I lost, it's not the end. Just know wherever he did it before, he'll do it again.
Hey.
He'll do it again.
Yeah.
He'll do it again.
Hey. That's I need a witness up in here. Let's go.
I know, you know, we know. I just need some light to shine my way.
Sure feels good.
I see, we see. God's favor's about to brighten my day.
I believe it.
Every sorrow happens for a reason.
My God.
Every seed you planted, it is a season.
Hallelujah.
God is working on something for you somehow.
Yes.
Right now,
Yes.
right now,
Yes.
right now. Open your eyes, lift your head high. Know that it's yes, it's on the way.
It's coming.
Heard the praise will find. I'm still alive.
Thank you.
I made it through another day.
One more day.
Something's gonna change. Whatever I lost, it's not the end. Just know wherever he did it before, he'll do it again.
Hey. Yes, sir. Yeah. Come on. Hey. That's how your children have been going through lately. But
Ain't nobody said it be easy.
you see some dark days. But guess what?
Joy is coming, please just believe it.
Hallelujah.
Hold tight, don't let go. Even through stormy weather, know for sure. Promise it'll get better.
All gets better.
When you're down,
Guess what?
remember me for if he turned it around. He'll do it again.
Woo! Talk to me. Watch out. Yes, sir. Help me now.
Open your eyes, lift your head high. Know that it's yes, it's on the way.
It's on the
Heard
way.
the pressure praise will find.
Keep fighting.
I'm still alive.
You still here.
I made it through another day.
One more day.
Something's about to change.
Yes, sir.
Whatever I lost, it's not the Sometimes I fall to my knees and pray. Come, Jesus, come. Let today be the day. Sometimes I feel like I'm gonna break, but I'm holding on to a hope that won't fade. Come, Jesus, come. We've been waiting so long for the day you return to heal every hurt and right every wrong. We need you right now. Come and turn this around. Deep down I know this world isn't home. Come, Jesus, come.
There'll be no war, and there'll be no change when Jesus comes. So let today be the day. He'll come for the weak and the strong just the same. And all will believe in the power of his name.
Yeah. Come, Jesus, come. We've been waiting so long for the day you return to heal every hurt and right every wrong. We need you right now. Come and turn this around. Deep down I know this world isn't home. Come, Jesus, come. Come, Jesus, come. One day he'll come and we'll stand face to face. Come and lay it all down. 'Cause it might be the day. The time is right now. There's no need to wait. Your past will be washed by rivers of grace. Come, Jesus, come. We've been waiting so long for the day you return to heal every hurt and right every wrong. We need you right now. Come and turn this around. Deep down I know this world isn't home. Come, Jesus, come. Come, Jesus, come. Come, Jesus, come.
Aloda, Ibolotiwa. God that created the heaven and the earth, who was there when it was created. Can somebody answer me? Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Oh, Kaleka Fatava. Oh, yeah. Ọba tó fọ̀rọ̀ dáyé tẹ́nìkan ò fọ̀rọ̀ dá. Òpó tó ṣàyẹ̀rò tẹ́nìkan ò gbèrò. Ọba tá gbára lé tó gbára lẹ́nìkan kan. Ọba tí gbogbo ayé ń bọ̀ tó bẹ́ nìkan kan sẹ́. Ọba tí gbogbo ayé pé tó pẹ́ nìkan kan. Ọba tá sátọ̀ lọ tó sátẹ́nìkan kan ni. Ó dára ó yanra ò fira jọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ọba tí ń gbàdọ̀balẹ̀ àwọn lọ́balọ́ba. Ọba tó ti ń jọba kọ́ ọba yẹ kan tó máa jọba. Bẹ́ẹ̀ pé lọ́ba ọba ní ń jọba fẹ́rú jọba lẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ pé lọ́ba ọba ní ń jọba àwọn balẹ̀. Iwájú ló kọ síbi kan wọ́n ní good morning. Òsì ló kọ síbi kan wọ́n ní good afternoon. Ọ̀tún ló kọ síbi kan wọ́n ní good evening. Ẹ̀yìn ló kọ síbi kan wọ́n ní good night. Ọba tó dáhùn gbogbo tó jọba lóhùn gbogbo. Dodo náà ni. Dodo náà ni. Wà káyé sọ̀rọ̀ wà ní.
Ìtóbi ni Elédùmarè Ọlọ́run àwọn ọmọ ogun. Ìgbéga nìyàn ìwọ ga jù àwọn òkè lọ. Ìwọ ló láyé àti gbogbo èèyàn tó ń pèrè láláyé. Ó yá kí n béèrè ta ló tó nínú àwọn ìmúlẹ̀sẹ̀. Ta ló tó nínú àwọn àjẹ́, ta ló tó nínú àwọn ògbóni. Ìran ńlá ni Elédùmarè ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀ ṣe dúró wò. Níbo láti ṣe némi rẹ̀ hospital olóńbí ẹ̀sìn náà. Ọlọ́run ni dòdò ń dá wà. Àbí mo purọ́? Ipa yín borí gbogbo ipa Ọlọ́run àwọn ọmọ ogun. Ọba tó dá ikú tí kò ní lè pa ọkọ mi. Àlẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n kọjá ọgbọ́n ẹ̀ ríran jùrọ̀ lọ ẹ̀ lóye jòyè. Tí ọ̀run lẹ́ẹ̀kan ṣòro lẹ́yìn. Inú ọba yẹ mo rí jago máa sí rẹ̀. Àwọn ọba ilé lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ rẹ̀ ká nínú wọ́n fi méjì ẹ̀ méjì tó kù fò.
Dodo náà wà ní.
Ẹ̀dá kan rẹ̀ dá.
Àlèdá wà láyé o. Dodo náà wà ní.
Dodo dá o.
Ayé tó máa wà ní.
Dodo dá o.
Dodo náà wà ní.
Ọlọ́run ni dodo dá o.
Dodo náà wà ní.
Kò sẹ́ni tó lè dá o.
Àwọn ọba tó ti wá. Ayé tó wà ní. Dodo náà o.
Christ is my firm foundation, is the rock on which I stand when everything around me is shaking. I've never been more glad that I put my faith in Jesus, and He's never let me down. He's faithful through generation. So why would He fail now? He won't. No, He won't. No, Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jolly Edem. It brings me great delight to serve you today in the capacity of Master of Ceremonies. I must commend your patience and beg for just a few minutes. We want to have something fully set up so that when we are full swing, we do not have any breaks in between. So please, in few minutes, we will be full swing. Till then, please enjoy soft tunes from the wonderful media team.
Something's moving, something's changing. See His glory, this is heaven on earth. Something's moving, something's changing. I can feel the glory in the room. This is heaven on earth. Something's moving, I can feel the glory in the room. Pastor, just left right now. Diana is left right now. The person is gone right now. Anxiety is gone right now. Nothing can hold you no more. Something's moving, something's changing. See His glory. We see lightning and thunder, miracles and wonders. Still no many wonders, heaven on the earth. Hey. Miracles and wonders, still no many wonders, heaven on earth. One more time, lightning and heaven on earth. Lightning and thunder, miracles and wonders, sounds of many waters. Whoa, heaven. Whoa, heaven. 'Cause you're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. That's who I am. That's who I am. You're a good, good Father. That's who you are. That's who you are. Yeah, and I'm loved by you. That's who I am. That's who I am. Yeah, you're a good, good Father. That's who you are. That's who you are. Oh, and I'm loved by you. That's who I am. Yeah, good, good Father. Is there anything too hard for this God? No matter how strong the walls of Jericho was, it fell down flat. So what is that mountain? What is that mountain, oh Zerubbabel? What is that mountain? Kabalebrahando setatadiate. Oh, Kabarandaba. Agarolorupo. Thank you, Jesus. Come on, whatever you are, just lift your hands and begin to bless the name of the Lord. You just got the baby. You just got healed right now. I bet you're delivered. Go back to the doctor again and check it. This worship is something powerful to you. I bet you're never the same, but I see you. Jesus, and Jesus is coming for you. Right now, I see you. And what you've been thinking about, not here, right here, right now, right now. Bless him. Thank you for thank you. Thank you. Thank him. You just want to this. You're my light in the darkness. My Lord. You my everything. You're my bridge across the open sea. The one great picture. And it praise your name. Every other You're the light of the gentle. Oh, you the son of righteousness. My everything. Your name is a healing stream flowing through all my shame and pain. Mending my broken pieces, Lord, you're making me whole again. My hope, you my strength, Lord, my redeemer, you my word desire. When the storms will rise and shadows fall, still you will be mine. You my ever-present help, my eternal rock of ages.
Really, really love you, Jesus. Take all of me. Take all of me. Take all of me. Take all of me. Evanu kole, evanu silivri di kule mano, elie kusele manani abule le kurabadiele kula vania duse. I want more of you, more of you. Evanu sele manu kele vranu seli adigi vanule, ela mokara badi adu sele vae. Ili vanu sele vae ni kalele. I can do nothing without you, nothing without you, nothing without you, nothing without you. If I do selevanu ribadiako, erumaniako lavani mutekela. Shele una feli di kabai, libro no selevanai, malukere del mano cole bene. Jesus, take hold, come have your way in me. Jesus, take your place. You in me, I yield to you. Take take full charge of me. Don't let there Emanuela Brando Sa Shadi Karadi hold my hands and show me the way that I can walk therein. Hold my hands and show me. Oh, oh, it's the glory, King of glory, mighty breasted one. Me into your bring me, take me deeper. It's gonna be real good. What the Lord is doing now. It's gonna be real good. I can see it. I can see it. You've been crying way too long. God's about to blow your mind. It's gonna be real good. I can see it. I can see it. 'Cause it's here.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I must commend your patience for keeping the faith. Sometimes I was a schoolboy, and it was one of the scariest times to be alive. Scary because the world deliberately or maybe ignorantly had opened some sort of a Pandora's box. In 1983 invented the internet. In 1989, invented the world. In the 90s, it became public, and everyone on the street could use it. Well, obviously, we didn't have the mobile devices we have today. Some of these said, although it's going to, they had the calculator, they had the note, but it was the IBM that actually was on their device called Simon. They were the very first people to develop accessibility. Came Nokia with their arcade snake game. I'm sure everyone played the snake calculator. In July, the Apple Google, then it was called Markets, which metamorphosed into what we call the Apple, the Google Play Store. This should make you clap. In 2025, the group are giving us a here, launching it in this hall at the Lagos. Pandora's box, and I imagine if human beings had deliberately done this to themselves, with their assumed that Greek myth open and you find negatives, but with negatives, and of course with a lot of positives. If you own a bank account, you do not want that someone account, except maybe because you're hypnotized by what's called black magic, and you take the person to the bank, feel a long bring a big book, find your name before they can get money out. But in today's age and time, with the use of a simple device, every money in your bank account could be gone. I can go on and on and on and on. Need I talk about how many relationships was shattered by Bolt? When different drivers drop you and your neighbors think that you're dating different men and they report it to your boyfriend and the relationship is gone. Those are the negatives. The positives. You can send money across the world very swiftly. You can send money across the world.
Thank you very much, MC. And we appreciate you for coming. He came all the way from Abuja to be a part of this event. Thank you very much. Yes, a very good afternoon to you, gentlemen and ladies, our distinguished partners, investors, customers, our team. We welcome you all. Prosper Oji here, co-founder and CEO of the IJEAWELE Group. And it is my honor on behalf of the whole IJEAWELE Group, the board, the entire team, to welcome you all to today's lunch. So, and I'm truly delighted to have you all here. This IJEAWELE mobile app launch is a milestone that reflects not just innovation, but tradition, and our commitment to reshaping tradition, because hire purchase system has been here for years. I mean, hire purchase can be traced back to even 6 decades ago. And we are here not just to innovate, but to redefine this tradition and the process. So about 7 months ago, 1st of February 2025, we debuted the IJEAWELE initiative with the IJEAWELE web application. So, and the idea behind we launching the web application first was because, well, we wanted both individual and corporate bodies to have access to our platform. All right. So, because we want to democratize hire purchase, so it's not just for individuals but also for corporate bodies. So, we launched the web application platform first, akin to what the banking sector is doing with the internet banking. So, because if you want to register a company or you want to get use a platform to transact, if it is a company, most you're recommended to use internet banking platform, because internet banking platform gives you access to multiple users being able to initiate and authorize transactions. And that's exactly why we launched the web application first. And today we are complementing this web application with the mobile application. I think you should be clapping. So when we began this journey, our mission was clear: to simplify everyday living. All right? So we wanted to simplify payment. We wanted to simplify mobility. We wanted to simplify logistics and transportation. And there was no other way we could have done that without launching the IJEAWELE Invest first, because we are building an ecosystem, right? So the IJEAWELE brand is a multifaceted brand comprising of the IJEAWELE Express, which is our marketplace, our transportation marketplace. Then we have the IJEAWELE Shop. That's the online shopping platform leveraging on our logistics network. And then we have the IJEAWELE Eat, which is the food delivery service. And of course, all of these segments or all of these dimensions of the company depend on the IJEAWELE Invest, right? Which is the hire purchase platform. Because for you to deliver food, you need a bike. For you to operate the e-hailing platform, you need a car. For you to do the online shopping, you need a vehicle. So this put together, gives us the IJEAWELE ecosystem or the IJEAWELE project. So we depended on this hire purchase arm to be able to, get things started, because we wanted to build a whole different ecosystem. By the special grace of God, we'll be launching the IJEAWELE Everything app. So think about Uber, Chowdeck, and OPay in one app, right? Amazing. So where you don't have to juggle between apps to be able to book a ride or order for food or make payment. And for us to do that, we needed to create this platform, which is the heart and the bedrock of the IJEAWELE project. So the IJEAWELE Invest is a product corporated under the IJEAWELE Autos, Logistics and Investment under the IJEAWELE Group. And you see, let me take you guys on a journey on the hire purchase. So for years, people have depended on hire purchase to make money. And the reason why people like to use hire purchase to make money is because it gives you a steady cash flow, right? You could actually save, there are savings platform now that could give you up to 28-30%, but their payout is not as steady and consistent as the hire purchase platform or the hire purchase system. So that's why people really like to key into hire purchase. But then there have been problems and issues with the hire purchase system in the past. And that's where IJEAWELE is coming in to mitigate this, right? Talk about analog, because it is done offline. Sometimes not even without a concrete contract binding you and the driver. And the payouts are not steady. No way to even track how much sometimes that the driver has paid to you. But we are here to, put an end to all of this and all of these challenges by creating a software, a mobile application, where you're able to first see your trackings every day, no stories. So we act as an agency between the drivers and you, the investor, right? So even when the drivers do not meet up with the bargain, we still deliver our promise. We still deliver our promise because we are giving you that insurance, them operating under us. So we give you consistent returns every week, every month or every year as you wish. And with the help of our financial partners, thank you Fidelity, thank you UBA, thank you Paystack, we are able to dispatch this payment and also receive. So we want to create a platform where people from anywhere in the world can be able to key into hire purchase and purchase a vehicle. So from anywhere in the world, simplifying hire purchase as banking. You know, so when bank got started, people used to every day flood the bank to either make deposits or make withdrawals. But banking and banking technology has eliminated this with the internet banking and the mobile application. And this is exactly the revolution we want to bring in the hire purchase sector. So I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, with IJEAWELE Invest, you don't need to even own fleet of buses or have millions of capital to be a part of this industry. You can simply, key into our vision, and we have created this financial inclusivity with our click feature, where you're able to access hire purchase with as little as 200,000 naira. So the IJEAWELE app is more than just technology. We want to simplify and bring investment, and expert management service to millions of people all over the world. And I don't want to make it boring, so I'm going to try to be very brief. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate people who have made this day possible, our visionary team. They've been working day and night to ensure that we bring this idea to life. Thank you very much, my Capacity and Evo co-founder. I couldn't have asked for any other co-founder, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you, COO. Thank you. Thank you for all the shouts. Thank you. We appreciate you, COO. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, the IJEAWELE Board of Directors, who are always making sure that we are transparent and accountable. We appreciate you. Thank you for honoring us with your presence. Non-Executive Director, Ms. Linda. Thank you, Dr. Chelsea. Dr. Chelsea is unavoidably absent, a non-executive director in Abuja. Thank you, our tech partners, AI Tech. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This vision couldn't have been possible without Mr. Joel, the CEO of AI Tech. He has a fantastic team, and he has this way of always bringing my ideas to life. Sometimes when I pitch my ideas, it looks as though it's difficult, but with the help of AI Tech, we are always able to, design a fantastic product. Thank you very much, AI Tech. Thank you, Mr. Jerry, for coming, director at AI Tech. Thank you, TD Marketing, doing an amazing job to ensure we get visibility out there. Thank you, my Ebo HR from Sweet Consulting. You employed the best staff for us. Thank you, thank you. And thank you, our financial partners, Fidelity Bank, thank you for coming. Thank you, Paystack, even though they are not here. Thank you, UBA, we're still expecting them. And to our tracking companies, our insurance companies, our dealers, automotive partners, we appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then to my friends, supporters, thank you for believing in us. My customers, thank you, SARS, thank you, Ma, thank you all for coming. So, as we unveil this product today, I invite you to not just witness history, but be a part of it by downloading our app and patronizing us. Once again, thank you all for coming.
Thank you so much, the ever cheerful CEO. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I had mentioned that living in the 1990s was one of the scariest things, but I did not go ahead to corroborate why I had said so. The second quarter of 1999, which was just supposed to usher in the millennium, came with a whole lot of confusion, a whole lot of theories, a whole lot of promulgations, a whole lot of this and that. Especially the apocalyptics, they had said the world would come to an end. In the world of science, people did not know how the computer systems were going to be able to recalibrate the date from 1990 to 20. There were even some people who had thought that aircraft would be falling out of the skies. There are people who had thought that the entire electronic systems would break down, and that came with the popular phrase, millennium bug. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, still when I spoke earlier, I mentioned the murky waters of hire purchase. My father had gotten 2 minibuses way back, 3 tricycles. I can assure you he never made those money back. But if we have here today a group of people who have demystified these murky waters, I deliberately call it murky waters, I think we should applaud them some more. Because we did not understand what the internet was going to come with, as at 1999, a lot of people approached it with caution. The religious did not even want to touch it. The computer was referred to as the devil's bosk. Please do not be like those people of then. IJEAWELE is here today. Invest because your return on investment is guaranteed. There are risk shielders. He has told you that he assures you, even if the drivers do not pay to them, they will pay to you. I don't know what else could make you clap if not this. To get us going today, there is a keynote speech. This will be delivered by a non-executive director of the IJEAWELE Group, Miss Linda Obi. She is a council member of the Forbes Business Council lead consultant, CMD Healthcare Systems, Executive Director, Big Check Consulting, co-founder and CEO, Zuri Circle Limited. If you will clap, I'll say welcome, Miss Linda Obi.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. MC, we need to teach you how to pronounce our name well. It's IJEAWELE. Where is it? IJEAWELE. Yes. Okay, that was on a light note. Good afternoon, everyone. I noticed when the CEO was speaking, you were not clapping. He was delivering punchy notes, you were not clapping. Okay. I would just start. Chairman of the board, I have a presentation that should be projected. Chairman of the board, distinguished directors, our Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Prosper G, esteemed regulators, partners, investors, drivers, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning or afternoon. I think we're meant to start this sometime ago. I always get very excited when I hear that an app is about to be launched. Why? Because I feel like, first off, we know that Africa is riddled with a lot of problems, right? So where you have big, in fact, not just problems, big problems. And where you have big problems, you have big opportunities, right? And that is one of the reasons why we are converged today. Not just because we want to launch an app, but because we want to open a new road or break a new ground, depending on how you look at it. A road that connects hard work, real work with ownership. And I believe that ownership of anything leads to prosperity, especially when it compounds. And the theme of this launch says it really clearly: investing in mobility, the path to financial inclusion. And for me, mobility is not just about getting from one spot to the other, because when you talk about mobility, people think, okay, commuting. Yes, is one of it, but it's not all, right? Mobility is income, if you look at it critically. Mobility is opportunity. And if I'm to summarize, I would say mobility represents dignity to a good degree. Why? Because it puts food on the table for certain drivers. In Nigeria, when transport works, everything works. And I know this firsthand working my role in agriculture. I have had a mandate where I need to move produce from farm to fork. But you see that entire farm to fork circle depends heavily on transportation. So farm to fork, I mean, if you step outside, we see that Lagos is a commercial hub, right? And you ask yourself, are these numbers correct? Less than 1%. And it's not because mobility is small. It's not because the ecosystem is not big enough. The addressable market is not there. It's largely because much of the value is still very informal. It's not structured. There's no system around it. And when value stays informal, right, it becomes invisible. It cannot be sustained. It cannot scale. it cannot attract capital. And that's the fundamental lever for growth. Sometimes we hear about attracting investment. So if it's not structured, if it's not systemized, if it's still informal, and we agree that there's value, right? Leave money on the table. It's a missed opportunity for growth, for investors, for everyday Nigerians. Now, let me point out great indicators that IJEAWELE is building on today, or the infrastructure, right, that is made possible by the federal government of Nigeria, that IJEAWELE is leveraging today at scale. 64% of adults are now formally included, and this is up from 56% in 2020. 74% of these adults are financially. Post-COVID, I don't think this was the case. We had largely unbanked people. If you look at every nook and cranny of Lagos, even if you visit rural Nigeria, you'll find that agent networks have spread everywhere, right? And it's even reaching to the last mile. Anytime I hear last mile, I about the grassroots. And more than half of unbanked adults already have a national ID card. If I told you that single ID is the key scoring at scale, I'm sure you believe, because there is data that, the reason why some of this, let me not go there. We're not talking about fintech and loan or loans. So you have the national ID card, and this has turned invisible income into measurable history. Why? Because you can actually track, right? It makes trust possible at scale. So the infrastructure is ready. The challenge that needs to be surmounted is clear. And now, to surmount with IJEAWELE. But before we talk about the IJEAWELE model, if these indicators are there, if we are saying that, there's a national ID card in place, NIN, we have largely adults banked right now, we have 74% of adults financially included, why are hardworking drivers still locked out of ownership? If we agree that ownership aids prosperity, why are hardworking drivers still locked out? And I've chalked it down to 3 big reasons. Reason number 1 is credit invisibility. We all agree that drivers earn income, right? It's real. The income is real, but it is irregular. Traditional lenders cannot score what they don't or what they cannot see because it's not structured. The second very key bias and fundamental would be asset risk. We know that vehicles are a depreciating asset, right? So vehicles will depreciate. Tires will burst, things will happen. I'm not, I'm not a favorite, I'm not one, how do I put it now? I'm not the biggest on car matters, right? I've left it to the, I focus on my strength. But I know that every now and again, right, your vehicle, because it is depreciating in us, it'll come up with plenty problems. So that is a risk. The third is low trust. Low trust because on 2 parts, right? Drivers do not like the looping debt traps that, I need to be repaying. For all of us who have loans, one loan or the other, we know what it looks like when it starts to compound. And investors don't like defaults. So neither side feels safe to actually deal, right? And the result here is predictable. Drivers would continue if we don't, if this solution is not spoken to urgently, if it's not scaled quickly, what we'll see is that drivers would continue to rent endlessly and never own. Investors would continue to hesitate, unwilling to place capital in an unstructured or a foggy system. And the economy loses compounding. I'm going to quote a random figure. Let's say 15,000 naira, right? What if I told you that a Lagos driver who pays 15,000 every week, I know the number is more, but what if I tell you that a Lagos driver who pays to rent a vehicle have spent enough to own that car? But what we find is that at the end of those years, there's nothing to show, and I think that this is the real human cost of the gap. And this is the gap that IJEAWELE invests. Through this app is confronting. They are confronting this safely. They are confronting this profitably and fairly. Please, let's give them a round of applause. I'm going to speak to the model. It works through a two-side marketplace. So there are two parts to the equation. On one side, you have vetted investors, fund vehicles. And on the other hand, there are screened drivers who would now, come in with a clear end-to-own part. Repayments are tied to real income, either daily or weekly. I think the team will speak more about it. And then it makes sense to speak about the underwriting that has gone into every score. So we know that the banks collect KYC, so there's know your customer, right? National ID card. Internally, right, they have mapped what is called route density and historical earnings. So, I want to believe that these drivers have a dashboard that, they can see. There are telematics on usage and mileage. And then there's maintenance behavior. Do you know that a driver who services, it's common sense, right? Who services regularly is less likely to fault than one who doesn't, even if they earn the same. Within the IJEAWELE model, protection is built in. So you have things like compulsory insurance, scheduled servicing, and all of that. And then the collections are fair because they maintain a dignity first protocol. If you've not been harassed by one of those loan apps, you don't know what it's going to do for you, but then we move. Transparency is real, right? Drivers get to see a dashboard. They see a true amortized schedule. They know from the first day when the vehicle becomes theirs. And then there is Click. Click lowers the barrier further, right? Allowing Nigerians to co-own vehicles with as little as 200,000. So with 200,000, what you have access to is shared risk, shared upside, and then wider access. So think about that 200,000. As at today, the cost of an iPhone is far less. iPhone 12 is far more than 200,000, right? iPhone 11 don't they come off a market small. So, it's less than the cost of an iPhone, and with that barrier, with 200,000 as a ticket, a proud owner of a vehicle and a proud owner to have committed to that investment. Revenue-based proven investable. Do a quick research on your phone, right? I'm sure a lot of us maybe heard about Move. Move was recently valued at $750 million. And the principle is clear. When mobility finance is structured well, capital flow, and the IJEAWELE model, it makes sense to also talk about the strengths of the innovation or the strengths, of the model. At the heart of this model are 4 pillars. Thank you. At the heart of the model are 4 pillars. One that rests on inclusivity. Inclusivity here would be that renters now become owners. Another would be that it rests on productivity, right? You have the entire road plan designed for you and all of that. Drivers don't have to face downtimes, because if you ask me, downtimes for anything, this app or the next app, right, it's a hidden tax on growth. So, that has been curbed. The yields are there with guardrails, and, the data would always compound. So every kilometer driven sharpens underwriting. Sharpens underwriting, better data lowers defaults. Lower defaults, lower pricing widens access. So with every trip that the driver makes, the system becomes smarter. Every payment lowers risk for the next driver. I know that we've spent time, so I'm going to leave you with 3 invitations. The first would be it would be a rally cry, perhaps to the drivers or anybody who is looking to leverage these very low-hanging fruits. Bring your hustle. This is a path to ownership. You are not just leasing a vehicle, you are building an asset and buying back your time. To investors and institutions. We need to start seeing capital deployment into real economic assets or real economy assets and protection. Your capital can earn while also enabling. I'd like to say that again. You can pretty much get returns on your investment while still impacting. That's another way to say it. Returns and impact do not compete. They actually compound. So to policymakers, I would say let us formalize the informal. Yes, we are doing a lot around, ensuring that I hear every day you hear something that is being regulated. Yesterday it was a POS, something around geotagging them. The other day it was ID card. So we see that, the informal is already being structured and formalized, right? But we need to accelerate, and we need to work with partners like IJEAWELE. And, we have very promising startups, operating outside of Nigeria. Finally, a word about our name, IJEAWELE. In Igbo, it is a blessing. It means safe journey. In fact, I had to, not Google, I had to ChatGPT the thing to find the meaning so that I'm politically correct when I'm speaking. But, it just further tells me why you should never rely on ChatGPT for everything. Go and check. Because the thing just took me off course. So imagine if I was outside and I really didn't know the meaning of IJEAWELE. So IJEAWELE means safe journey. May the journey go well, right? Today I want to add one more meaning to that name. IJEAWELE now means safe journey to ownership. Because ownership changes the story. When you own the wheel and you set the route, you pretty much can dictate and control the future. And the possibilities I see here, school fees being paid. I'm a proper mother, so school fees is very important to me. School fees being paid, savings, Who says that you cannot have a second vehicle or even a fleet? So no more small journeys, right? Investing in mobility means financing possibility. It means widening the circle of participation. It means compounding prosperity. The mandate here would be that financial inclusion is not charity, never have been, even for the banks. It is a strategy that is driven by precision. And strategy done with discipline and heart changes lives. Thank you.
Please make that applause more resounding. IJEAWELE, Miss Obi, did I get it right? IJEAWELE. Okay, thank you so much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you see, the beautiful thing about Nigeria is our multilinguality. I am from Akwa Ibom State. Some of you have heard people being called Mr. Akpan, Mr. Essien. All of that is wrong. It's just how the mother tongue incurs into your own English language and other things, and it affects how you pronounce things. But I take that correction to heart. And if I am being pitched to invest, I would want to invest with a brand that lays premium on their name. So what she just did shows that they lay premium on their name. Please, for that, she deserves a round of applause. Any child who intends to uphold the legacy of his forebears, his or her forebears, please, for gender inclusion, must always do the things that do not take away or detract from that name. So thank you so much. All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, moving forward to talk about profitability. Now, don't judge me. I'm sure a lot of us have attended an event. It could be a community town hall lunch, and members of that community assemble to discuss how to get that building going. And so someone comes, they say he came in all the way from America, he speaks all the English. I was one of those people that would say, okay, how much is he dropping? Right? If you're like me, can I see your hand up? And when the man mentioned something very little, people are like, now don't judge me again. I was one of those people. So I'm sure you've heard a lot of things that have been said about this app, and you're wondering, if I invest my money, how do I get it back? To speak to us on the team, understanding the hire purchase model, why it works, and how it profits you. Please clap as I welcome Miss Uche and Miss Michelle.
Thank you so much for that. Good afternoon, everyone. So happy to have you guys join us today. Welcome to this special section of our monthly webinar. We usually have this webinar every last Friday of the month on our TikTok page by 12 p.m. And after that, we host a Twitter space where we discuss further about IJEAWELE. My name is Uche, and I'm honored to be anchoring today's webinar alongside Ms. Michelle. Our focus topic today is one that has transformed how individuals and businesses have access to vehicles, assets, and also how investors as well profit from this model hire purchase. Now you might be asking, you know about hire purchase, you've heard it and all of that, but today we're not just seeing it as a financial model, we are seeing it as a system that has created opportunity, a system that has given access to people, a system that through its investors have benefited from. And we are going to dissect step by step what hire purchase actually is, why you should invest in, how it works, and how you can position yourself better to benefit from it. And I have the pleasure of introducing the person that has had a first-hand experience and also a robust understanding of how this model works, Ms. Michelle. She's going to be walking us through this webinar. Ms. Michelle, over to you, ma'am.
Hello. Hi, good afternoon. My name is Michelle, and it is such an honor to be part of this wonderful app launch this beautiful day. Can we give ourselves a round of applause? Thank you. So like Ms. Uche has said, we're dealing with understanding the hire purchase business model, why it works, and how to profit from it. So whether you're here as an entrepreneur, you're here as an investor, or a curious mind, I would like you to go with me as I walk you through how this business model has proven to stand the test of time in Nigeria, and also how IJEAWELE is set to transform it to a more profitable venture for all of us. Let us begin. So what is the hire purchase model? This is a financing model where assets are leased with the option of full-time payment after a stipulated time frame. So the drivers get to operate these vehicles and then pay in installments, while your investors, you and I, get to earn steady income through this repayment cycle. Now, one thing you must understand is the hire purchase business model predates 6 decades. It's arguably one of the oldest business models in Nigeria. In fact, the first Hire Purchase Act was enacted in 1965. That tells you that for 6 whole decades, this has successfully helped Nigerians to be able to build opportunities for themselves, how they can get vehicles and other kinds of assets that they want and need. Now, why does this hire purchase business work in Nigeria? We have the high demand of transportation, which is a daily necessity for every Nigerian. We also have the assets that are backed, and the investments are tied to tangible vehicles. With IJEAWELE and with the hire purchase model that we're building, you don't have to deal with what I ordered versus what I got. This is not a plan where you get vehicles that start right from the start. The vehicles start having issues, one issue after the other. This is straight tangible vehicles with clean models that are operated by these drivers, and the investors get to earn. You have this cash flow model, which the drivers get to generate their daily and weekly incomes, and they're ensuring this steady payments through this cash flow model. Now, while the drivers get to generate their daily and weekly income, So while the drivers get to earn their daily and weekly income, they also get to make their steady repayments, and every investor gets to receive their repayments, receive their incomes from the comfort of their homes. We have the scalable model. So from the single vehicle, you get to own a bigger fleet of vehicles through the pooling method, which is the click method. The challenges of the traditional hire purchase business model. So we have the risk of the defaulters from the risk of default from the drivers. The potential drivers get to miss payments. Sometimes we've all experienced something like that. The operational stress of vehicle maintenance and management burdens, the lack of transparency and the informal agreements that, the lack of a legal protection, informal agreements. So one thing that I'm familiar with, when I was growing up, my mom had this bright idea to join the hire purchase business model. She was excited, she loved it. She found out from her co-teachers as a school teacher. She spoke with my dad, and my dad was adamant about it. This is not a great idea, he said. And then while she was able to push and get my dad to agree to this hire purchase business model, he was skeptical, and then after he agreed, he said, okay, let's see what will happen. 3 months later, it was one police case after the other. My dad kept going from one police office to another, asking where will we get the driver, and this driver was nowhere to be found. Till today, there was no resolution that I'm aware of about how my dad and my mom were able to fix this problem. One thing I know is my family decided hire purchase is not for them. So this is a very big issue that traditional hire purchase and people have had to deal with over the years. So this is why the IJEAWELE has created a solution that will benefit everyone who has been deterred from deciding to, invest in a hire purchase business model. With IJEAWELE, you get professional management, dedicated team of vehicle managers and the driver. So these drivers are vetted directly through the IJEAWELE system, and your operations and maintenance, as well as the paperwork, all of this process is handled by the IJEAWELE team. You get the legal binding contract that secures your safety and the driver's safety, and also transparent payout, whether you choose the monthly payout or the weekly payout as an investor. Now, one question remains: how do I get to pick 5 million, 10 million, 20 million just to invest in a model that I've been skeptical about? A lot of people are skeptical, like I said, about the hire purchase business model. So the question remains, how do I invest my 10 million, my 15 million into a business that I have been skeptical about? The click model answers that question. With the click model, you get to pool funds with other investors and co-own your vehicles with as little as 200,000 naira. So in this model, imagine you and 5 other people or 6 other people who have been skeptical about the hire purchase business model, or who is trying to grow their investment portfolio, people who are hungry about investments, but they're a bit skeptical, they're concerned, or they have very limited amounts of money to spend. With 200,000 naira, you become a co-owner of a vehicle, and you don't have to struggle with the maintenance, you don't have to struggle with finding the vehicle drivers, you don't have to struggle with any part of the process because IJEAWELE handles that for you. You get to earn proportional returns based on your contributions, and then you access bigger opportunity without bearing any risks. I believe we should give a round of applause for this wonderful model. Now, we've understood how we can put in our funds into this model, but the question you might ask yourself is, how do I profit from this? How do I make my own from this? With the plan that has been put in place, you get to enjoy an annual return of investment of up to 30%, either, like we said, weekly, monthly, whatever payment plan you have. The consistent cash flow is clear. You get to understand that, see how, where you put your money, where is it going, how is it growing. You see all of that within the app. It is hassle-free because IJEAWELE manages everything for you. And then you get to secure and grow investment opportunities. Imagine you started with 200,000 naira and then you were pleased. The first month, the second month, you got your payout instantly. And then you're asking yourself, can I invest 400,000? Can I invest 1 million naira? Can I invest 5 million naira? Little by little, you're growing an investment portfolio that would even save your families, your children. You can teach even your kids. Like growing up, there was something my dad always used to do. If he wanted to do any investment, he would come and say, I'm doing this now. It's because of all of you. Nobody should call my name tomorrow. And we will be excited. I, being the last born, he would always say, I'm putting this because when I leave the earth tomorrow, I want you to remember that I did this for you. So this opportunity helps you to grow an investment that your children and your children's children will be grateful to have. This is why we're imploring you to download the IJEAWELE app. Be part of this vision that is growing immensely. You get to build and manage your investment through a simple and secure app. And then this is designed for investors both in Nigeria and the diaspora. You can tell people of this app when you've downloaded it, when you've enjoyed it, when you've used it. You can tell people internationally that this is something that works, made by Nigerians for Nigerians. It is available on the Google app and Play Store. So how do we understand the features and the benefits of this app? What do I get to enjoy if I download this app? The instant payout. You get your notifications of your earnings instantly. When you download the app and you are able to track and monitor your vehicles and your assets, it gives you that peace of mind that, oh, okay, I know that I have this app and I know that I invested my 200,000 naira, my 5 million naira here, but how do I see where my money is going? Who do I hold? If I am scared that my 5 million naira is going awry, you have this app that gives you clear monitoring, secure access that protects your account, and a seamless participation. So you get to see different clicks, how the clicks are growing, the different clicks that are almost fully funded, and then you can key quickly into that click and get your returns. You get full transparency, all the information at your fingertips. So as we've seen today, the hire purchase business model is a business model created to bridge ownership, opportunity, and growth. With IJEAWELE, we are taking this bridge into the digital future, making it easier and smarter and more profitable for everyone. So as we celebrate this launch, I invite you to see yourselves not just as participants, but also as partners in this journey. Together, let's shape the future of the hire purchase business model.
Thank you so much, Ms. Michelle, for that insightful breakdown. Let me quickly recap the key takeaways from today's session, which are the hire purchase model gives people the chance to have access to what they need right now while paying gradually to ownership. It also presents a win-win situation where the customers gain affordability and access, while investors get to enjoy steady, reliable incomes. And with IJEAWELE, this model is not just a concept, right? It's already tested and proven. So we all know that hire purchase is a very old model, but IJEAWELE is here to redefine it. And so our app launched today. We have even made it more seamless, very transparent, and very rewarding. So I would encourage you to position yourself not just as a spectator, but a participant in this model that is designed to make impact and bring you more profit. So on behalf of the entire IJEAWELE Invest team, I would want to say a very big thank you for joining this our session, and we hope to see you in our next webinar on our TikTok Live, 12 p.m. every last Friday of the month. Thank you so much. We will leave the floor open for questions. Please, if you have any questions, you can write it down on the paper in front of you and motion the ushers to come to you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Miss Uche and Miss Michelle. I think if I would want to walk a road, I would want my hands to be held by someone who has walked that road. IJEAWELE has demystified the code. A round of applause. Miss Michelle, you said you're not sure if that matter has been resolved till this day. Well, I'm sure it has not been resolved. If it was if it was a police case, they took the money they could and the man walked. But today, there is a respite, and I'm sure that we are going to take it. I was in the University of Port Harcourt, and as a year one student, the GS 100 was English and Literary Studies, and it felt like a course only angels could pass. The best got a C. And as a year one student, I said I was going to make an A because almost everyone around me managed to get E, D, or C. They laughed me to scorn. And then someone held my hand and he said, you can make an A. I made an A. Long story short, I made an A because one person told me it was possible. If IJEAWELE says that higher purchase can be a success, and they've been doing it, I think we should believe them and invest in this. A quick icebreaker, there is a very big win prize for the first person to download this app. So pick up your phones. Pick up your phones, a very big prize. You've already downloaded. Please clap for those who have already downloaded. You will also get the prize. But there is one very big. If you've not downloaded the app already, can I see your hand? You people are more than my prize, though. So everyone has the app. But some people are still pressing. Don't be ashamed if you don't already have it. Can I see your hand? Okay. Who else? Sayu? Okay, I've seen 2, 3. 3. Okay, of the 3 of them, the first to download the app. Okay, so he's the first. I was going to say the first to download the app gets the prize. So please, sir, stand. The audience is going to tell us. Super Eagle win a competition. What do they get? The presidential? Please, this is your prize. Please, photos. Tell people about this prize. All right, thank you so much to everyone who had already downloaded the app. Thank you so much. To keep the flow, we will be talking about this app, and it's my delight to welcome the product lead and CTO, Mr. Jerry Egbo. Please, a round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone. All right, so we want to demonstrate the flow of the app now. Thankfully, this app has been built in a very simplified and seamless manner. So even if you are not very good with tech, you can actually use this app and follow the flow of the app. And again, thankfully, all of us here have downloaded the app. So we are going to demonstrate it together. So let's go to our phones now and look out for the app. IJEAWELE Invest. IJEAWELE Invest. So click on it. So are we there? Okay. So you see sign in. That is welcome to the IJEAWELE Invest. So sign in means that you already created an account. You have an account. So you want to sign in, right? And go into your account. Then under sign in, you will see create an account. That is for those that have not created an account. So let's click on create an account if we have not created an account. So once you click on create an account, you will see where you will supply us with your information, your first name, your last name, your phone number, your email, your referral code. Now there is business under this referral code. When we go into the app, I'm going to show you where you get your referral code. But this is what happens. If you encourage someone or convince someone to invest with IJEAWELE Invest, right? While putting them through the registration process, you are going to supply your referral code under this point. So once you supply it, then password, accept the terms and conditions, sign up, then the IJEAWELE Invest team will know that you are the one that referred this person to invest with the company. And you are going to get 0.5% from whatever the person has invested. So I think that that's huge. Imagine that someone has invested 100 million and you're getting 0.5%. That's huge. They also have an affiliate program. So if they approve you to be an affiliate of the company, if you refer people to, you get 1%. Now, after creating an account, the next thing is that you want to log in. So how do you log in? So your email address, you're going to supply it. Then the password that you supplied when you were creating the account, you're going to supply it here. Then sign in. So once you click on sign in, you will see login successful. It means that you are now in the app. Then you see the 4 dots by the far left. So when you click on it, you will see profile. Profile. So click on the profile, then you will see your personal information. Your first name, your last name, your email, your address, your phone number. Then under it, you will now see the very powerful referral code. Yes, very, very important. Very, very important, especially for marketers like us. Yes. So you see the referral code. So whoever you are guiding to register with the company and also invest, you will supply this referral code during the registration process, and the company will know that you are the one that referred this person, and your 0.5% is assured. No stories. Then under KYC, yes, that is where you verify your identity. So you need to supply us with your government-approved ID. Then you also snap yourself holding the ID, yes, to verify your identity. Then security, in case you want to change password, in case you want to change your transaction PIN. What's transaction PIN? If you want to withdraw money from an ATM machine, they usually request for transaction PIN, right? 4-digit numbers. So you use it to authorize transactions whenever you want to take out money from the platform. Now, when you now come to the dashboard, the interface, you will see deposit. Before that, you will see your total balance. So when you are being paid, you will be noticing that your total balance will be increasing. you notice that it's increasing. So under it, you see deposit. That's if you want to deposit money. So if you click on it, then you can see where you can write down the amount you want to deposit. So if the amount is less than ₦1,000,000, then you can actually pay using Paystack, the payment gateway that is integrated in the system. That's Paystack. But if the amount is more than ₦1,000,000, then you will see that the account number of the company will flash so that you can transfer the money direct to the company and then share proof of payment. So once you do that, you proceed, and instantly the money will be deposited to your wallet. So meaning that if you now want to invest in any of the assets, they will take the money from the money that is in your wallet. Then withdrawal. So if you want to withdraw, then you see select a bank. That is, you need to select your bank. If it's First Bank, then you select it. Then you supply your account number. Automatically, your name will flash. Then you supply the amount that you want to withdraw. If you have up to that amount in the app, automatically you withdraw your money. No stories. Then under it, you now see the assets, the different assets, featured assets. You can see tricycle. So this tricycle, you're getting 47.73% return on investment. Then you see Toyota Bus, 44.95. That's you see car, 42.32. You see Toyota Bus again. That's mini bus this time. You are getting 44.95% return on investment. You see Tricycle Max, that's the big one. You are getting 50% from this. Wow, this is huge. Then you see bike. You are getting 45% return on investment from the bike. Now, if you click on any of them, you will now see the value. You will see the value of the assets, like this keke. That's tricycle, the first one, popularly known as keke here in Nigeria. 3.5 million. Then you pay VAT of 262,500. You pay service charge of 112,500. You pay maintenance fee of 350,000. Then the total asset value will be 4,400,000. The return on investment is 47.73%. Remember. Then the profit you're going to be getting if you invest in this asset is 2,100,120. Then your total payout, that is the value of the asset plus your profit, will now amount to 6,500,000. And this will be paid in 77 weeks. Yes, no stories. 77 weeks is 77 weeks. So if you click under transaction, there you will see all your transactions, your deposits, your withdrawals, everything. You will see there, everything is transparent. Nothing is hidden. There are no hidden charges. Everything is transparent. Everything is physical before everybody's eyes. Then if you click on the plus, you will see quick actions. You can also click on deposit to deposit money, withdraw, make purchase, or even ask questions in case you need help, right? You will see frequently asked questions. If you click on any of them that is related to the question you want to ask, then you will see the response from it. Then if you click on purchase, you will see the various assets too that you can actually invest in. So whichever one suits your investment, you can actually invest in it. Then the most interesting part for me is the click. The one by the far right. Yes, you can actually join a click for as low as 200,000 naira. Now, what does this mean? If I decide to invest with the company, but I don't have 3.5 million to buy a tricycle, I have 200,000. I can decide to invest 200,000. So what happens is that the company can just open up a tricycle, then be collecting money from different people. I invest 200,000, another person can invest 500, another person can invest 300. So once it's up to the amount that you need for that tricycle, it will be closed. So what it means is that you are going to be getting return on investment on your own investment. So if you invested 200,000, you are going to be getting the 47% return on investment on your own 200,000. And if you decide that you want to subscribe to the weekly plan, because they have weekly, they have monthly, they have yearly plan, every week you are going to be seeing your money drop. No stories. So that's the most interesting part of it. So If you don't have money to buy a full asset, you can invest in a click. If you have, you can buy a full asset. So you can see that this mobile application is very simple. So even if you don't know tech, you're not a tech person, you can actually use this mobile application to make investment. Just like Madam Michelle said, that one of the benefits of using this mobile is that this is able to investment. You click the app, the money, you see that the money has increased. What happens? You have this smile on your face. So I want to wrap up with a personal experience last week in Kigali. So I traveled to Kigali last week, and I wanted to purchase something that is very important to me, but I ran out of cash. I didn't have money. I was thinking, what will I do? Very big headache. So the first person that came to my mind was my boss, Mr. Joel, because I know that he's a pensionable good man. If I call him, he will always respond. But I also remembered what I tell people in my classes, that businesses grow when friends, families, associates, partners, employees prioritize the business. That is, put the business first. And putting our business first in that instance meant that I don't start bugging him for something that is personal for me when I knew that he already did more than enough for me to embark on that trip. I called my wife. I said, I need money. Oh. I don't know what to do. This is a very big problem to me. He said I should call one of my friends that is called Vincent, that he will help. I said, me that my picture and my videos are all over social media that I'm abroad. I'm calling somebody to borrow me money. I said, no, that's this one. So in the midst of the headache, I now remembered my investment with IJEAWELE Invest. I didn't know when a spontaneous smile came to my face. Even when I was trying to force it to go down, it was increasing. So that was what helped me to solve the problem. There is this general principle of money. No matter how rich you are, there are times that you have money plenty, there are times that you need money. You don't have it. It's at those times that you need money that you see the value of investment. Even if we have plenty now, I would plead with us that we should invest with IJEAWELE Invest. That 1 million naira, that 2 million naira, that 10 million naira that is sitting idle in the bank account, we can invest. We can buy a tricycle. We can buy a motorbike. We can buy a car. We can buy a minibus. We can even join a clique. Forget about the money. There will be a day when you will need money. That day that you will need money, that is the day you will realize the importance of that investment. And just like I did last week in Kigali, you will smile. So I want to leave us with this, especially for those of us that earn salaries. Salaries don't make you rich. Investment does. Please, let us think this deeply. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Still a justification why you should be on this investment. I will take it from the words of Mr. Jerry. I've checked Forbes' list, and I've never seen any man whose source of wealth on that list is earning a salary. Please thank you so much. A round of applause to Mr. Jerry. At this point, we will be having a fireside chat. And please, could the ushers help me set up 5 seats here? There would be a representation of our minds, all the questions that would possibly fathom. I absolutely trust that this panel session will address every possible gray areas we might have. Just one more. name is Adam. Please clap as I welcome one of my artists, Mr. Oji Prosper, CEO IJEAWELE Group. Succession, keep the same energy for the CFO and co-founder IJEAWELE Group, Elvis Daniel. Also clap for IJEAWELE, Mr. Obi Osatohemi. He's a transportation and mobility analyst. So till we'll just expect him to join us when he is here. Please, can I have one more seat? I will begin, Mr. Prosper Oji. Higher purchase. How does this align with long-term vision? Okay, so I'll do the juggling. I think I will have to stand. They say desperate situations call for desperate measures, and we are human beings, we are not immobile. So please, the question again. Why the higher purchase model for investment, and how does this align with your long-term projection for financial inclusion?
Once again, good day, everybody. Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator, for that question. So you see, we see the IJEAWELE higher purchase arm of our business as the heart of the IJEAWELE ecosystem. And this is because people need vehicles. Just like people need loans. People need loans to, solve their business problems, personal problems. People are in need of these assets, but they don't have money to finance these assets. And this is where we come in. So creating an agency that help people who can finance these drivers while we monitor the drivers, and then the drivers can repay within a particular period of time. And again, it is important for us, particularly because the amount of vehicles we need to power the IJEAWELE ecosystem, we as a group may not be able to provide it. Talk about more than 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 bikes. We are building another app that we are going to launch called the IJEAWELE Everything app, like I said, that is going to feature IJEAWELE Express, a delivery marketplace, transportation marketplace, the IJEAWELE Shop, and the IJEAWELE Eat. And we need these vehicles to be able to power this movement. And that's why we, set to debut the IJEAWELE initiative with this higher purchase model. And it pretty much aligns with our long-term goal because of the Everything app. Thank you.
Please, even if I don't say clap, please clap. My question now is directed to the CFO, Mr. Maduka Elvis Daniel. From the financial side of things, why the hire purchase model? I mean, I understand that Nigeria is not a credit-backed society. We know that in Europe and some parts of North America, you can literally own a house over time through mortgage, but we don't have those facilities available to us. So for you, from the financial side of things, why hire purchase as a model?
Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Maduka Daniel Elvis, and co-founder CFO IJEAWELE Group. So I believe the most important thing that investors actually secure assets for is for steady cash flow. So, and that's precisely the essence of what we've created here. We've created a structured system that facilitates that process. So with our structured app, with our web app and our mobile app, which is why we are here, investors are able to fast track the performance of their investments with us while gaining full steady cash flow through that. So I think that's one of the most important reasons. And then another reason is inflation hedge. So precisely since investors are able to key in on the exact prices of these assets, on today's prices of these assets, they are able to also benefit from the profits associated even in the future. So these are one of the core benefits of this model.
All right, thank you so much. To the CEO, Mr. Obiye Osatohemi. Is that correct? COO. Did I say CEO? I beg your pardon on behalf of myself and your boss. All right, thank you so much. So please, from the practical side of things, how does hire purchase work on the IJEAWELE platform?
All right, please, in case of next time, because I don't want to get fired, all right? I'm the COO, all right.
Your job is secure.
Thank you. So, talking about the practical side of things, everybody here has actually told us how the IJEAWELE system works, and it's more like re-echoing it. IJEAWELE is making life actually easy, because looking at IJEAWELE, the structure that is built is more like an empowerment system. Because just look at it, a guy that can't afford a bike last week, come to apply, we don't even take upfront. Like, oh, you are paying a 40% upfront, pay 30% upfront, you come apply, fill the forms, and now you can start working to pay instrumentally to own a life. Because to me, it's a life. For those people that have not practiced this hire purchase practically, will not understand. Because me, I understand. Imagine coming to Lagos. You don't know somebody in Lagos, you don't have a brother in Lagos, but now you can fend for yourself. Now you have a life in Lagos. So I don't want to start talking from the IJEAWELE investor point of view, because the CFO just talked about it and the CEO talked about it. I'm talking about from the driver point of view. So it's actually an opportunity for the driver to actually make a living. You understand? And that is what IJEAWELE is here to do, bringing the investors, the financiers, and the driver, giving them the opportunity to earn, opportunity to own. Both sides. So this is the bridge, and this is what IJEAWELE is all about. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much to the Express Director now, Mr. Kingsley. A lot of people have reservations about hire purchase, and rightly so because of their experiences. But IJEAWELE seems to have cracked this code, okay? So I'm going to model up two questions for you. How technology has helped scale this, that's one question. And then the other question is, in the midst of people's terrible experiences with hire purchase, having cracked this code, why do you think it is still a growth driver?
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. And thank you for this opportunity. First, I would say the risk and default aspect, which is involved in hire purchase. Most times when they give these drivers or when they apply for hire purchase and they give them these vehicles, sometimes after a period of time, they start giving excuses of not being able to meet the slated agreements. You see them trying to beat corners or maybe to see if they can make adjustments to their payment agreements. But with IJEAWELE Invest, all that is being taken care of. You as an investor, you might not necessarily need to know these drivers. IJEAWELE Invest or IJEAWELE itself acts as a middleman between you and these operators. So while they make earnings from these assets, they remit to the company. While you as an investor, you receive your payments or return on investments from IJEAWELE Invest. So you are not bothered or be faced with that stress of going after these drivers. So IJEAWELE with technology, because we as IJEAWELE Invest, we manage these drivers, we manage the assets, we also monitor the assets. Like today now, which is the last Friday of the month, normally we do inspection on all the assets. Like today, like people that came earlier enough, I was outside doing inspection on some of the assets today. So you as an investor, you are not that, you will not go through that stress or hustle of managing or inspecting. We as the middle, let me use the word middleman, we manage these assets, we manage the drivers and give you a return on investments.
I think with that, you've already also answered how you're scaling the challenges.
Yes, sir.
But you haven't talked about how technology has helped you in this regard.
Okay. I would say technology have helped in this regard. Like most riders, you can go online now, maybe download app. There are several apps. When you download, so with technology, you can download and book ride to like delivery now to any part of Lagos State, for example. So with IJEAWELE Invest, we are also building our own app too, whereby customers or you as an investor, maybe you want to send something across the city. So with that app, you can still book and request for this ride, and they'll get your items delivered to their destination safely.
Okay, so customer is brought close to service provider.
Yes.
Please, a round of applause. Thank you so much. So at this point, I am coming back to the CEO, Mr. Prosper Orji. How do you see this transforming the Nigerian mobility and transportation sector beyond what it has always been?
Thank you very much. Recently, when we when we bought e-hailing vehicles, they are not so good. And now we are even evolving and transforming into EVs, electric vehicles. So with this hire purchase model, we can get to partner with financial institutions, private institutions as well, that can finance e-vehicles, this EV, and then we give it to drivers. Now, you are not just earning, but you're solving a mobility problem. You're solving a mobility problem because when you go to countries like Dubai, their mobility space, their taxis, very nice, amazing taxi, So, but here sometimes you see the kind of vehicles that we're using. Now, can drivers afford those vehicles? No, they can't. They can't, and it will take them a long time too. So not only are you earning from the investment, but you are also in long term, partnering with us to solve mobility problem, not just in Nigeria, but in Africa. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. To the CFO, Mr. Elvis. The investor challenge, what has always formed some sort of feet dragging has been, what assurances do I have? How am I sure my investment is protected? Because of course we know that every business comes with its risk. So what risk management modalities have you put in place to ensure investor confidence?
Okay, so I would give, for example, we've gone through a thorough screening process with our drivers in vetting these drivers to ensure that there is safety and there's proper protection of assets. So another thing would be compared to the traditional way things are done, 10 years. Compared to the traditional way things are done.
Should I say that again? Mr. Obie, the investors' funds would stall. And if there is no investor, the driver could be present, but then no investor to provide the money for the vehicles, right? Supply and demand, it must balance each other out. So how do you balance out this interest?
All right. We're talking about investors and drivers balancing the system first. Though the Nigerian economy, looking at the way the system is, all right, you think as for the past years we've been hearing about higher purchase, but you think that there is no law binding higher purchase. But there's an act in higher purchase, and Ms. Michelle talked about it during her presentation, and it's that old, 1965, you know, and since that time till now, it has not been reviewed. But though we in this practice, we still have to follow suit, following the law. And it's very important because this particular law, apart from the figure that inside the law, which is 2,000 naira as at way back, every other part of the law is still void. So we follow the process. We enact our contracts between us and the investors. It's very important. Then talking about the drivers, also the riders, the same law, our hire purchase contract is on this same hire purchase. So there's nobody, we don't, because the system, one of the systems that have failed hire purchase, as much as the driver is not remitting, so as the investor, some of the money they put for this hire purchase is not achievable. Because some of them, the way they bring this hire purchase to you, it's obvious from the get-go that you are signing the hire purchase, you know that you cannot achieve this. And this in IJEAWELE is not what we want. So looking at this model, and as it is, even giving this to the riders, we have to even convince investor in Nigeria is difficult. So first thing, you let them know how their money is being secured. And we let them know, because the system is, we vet our drivers, because a lot of things is happening actually. Just imagine somebody want to give you 100 million and is telling you, what is the security behind my money? How is my money covered? But the system, we have to vet our drivers. Background checks is done. And with the use of technology you're talking about just now, it's very important. And I can tell you, sitting down here, I can tell you, if I have to go through the system, I know where each and every investment is. So like you were asking earlier, we are very good with our security partner is here, Miss Esther. So to be honest with you, we have this covered. All right, we don't joke with that. Then also, for the drivers, you know, it's when you say vet drivers, it's not just bringing a guarantor. It's not just they are guarantors that we accept. And even the riders that they accept, if you were here earlier, we have new riders rather, that we are handing over bikes to today. We have to also train them, change their mindset. Because when you think all the time, you cannot finish the payment, you have to teach them, train them on how to think and the method at which it's easy for them to pay up their higher purchase. Let them know you care. Because this is an investment. This is somebody's investment. And the person doesn't want the bike or the bus or the vehicle. The person wants returns. So you also have to put in the effort, put in the work. Thank you.
Please, a round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If motivation is right on both sides, of course, positive result will be optimal. And I liked what the COO said when he said there are guarantors we do not accept. You know, like some of these loan apps, you just sit in your house, you don't even remember guaranteeing anyone. They will call you that somebody used you as guarantor. This is not the case here. This is a worthy investment. Please, a round of applause. Okay, our rider is here. Please, a round of applause. Thank you. I'll let you settle before I throw a question at you. Okay. So, but I'll stay with Mr. Onoha right now. And when you're done, I would want the CEO to also take this question as well. Do you see this model being replicated in other parts of Africa? I'll break it down this way. The challenge with companies from this part of the world has been its ability to spread to other parts of the world. So, do you see this? It's a vision question. That's why I want the CEO as well to also take this question when you're done. So, do you see this hire purchase model being replicated in other parts of Africa?
Okay, absolutely. Yes. The fundamentals, low vehicle ownership rates, high demand for transport, and limited access to credits are common across African markets like Kenya, Ghana, Uganda. They share similar dynamics with Nigeria as well. So the difference lies in execution. Success demands on localizing repayment structures, just like my CEO said. So give these, like these riders now, or the drivers, give them this mindset that, okay, this payment is not that difficult. With this way, maybe if you pay this way, or if possible, even pay ahead of time as you're paying, as you're remitting, try to like add extra to cover for some extra times ahead. So the repayment, this thing will not be that heavy, or the burden will not be heavy on the drivers or the riders. So yes, it's possible.
All right, thank you so much. Please, a round of applause. It is possible. No, not yet. When I'm closing out on you, I will bring you back to that. But now to our rider. How did you feel getting a bike on hire purchase?
Well, I feel very excited and very happy. And like Mr. Onoha said, you know, these are things to empower us. So you have to see to it that yes, you're getting on a higher budget, it's becoming your own. So you need to treat it like your own. So I feel very excited and very happy to get a bike on a higher budget.
Okay, I'm still staying with you. Was the process difficult?
Well, processes can be at times difficult, and also at times can be very easy. But you know, like we all know, it's about investment, and you cannot just jump up and get a bike. People are getting a bike, so the company also has to follow up with you, and then you might see that yes, they should have been done so easily and quickly, but they have to also follow protocols. They have to also see to it that the right thing must be done. So, you know, when the right thing has to be there, you know, some of us will feel like this is difficult. So I can say, to me, the due protocol was taken, and it was very easy for me.
So you wouldn't say it's difficult, but rather you would say it's thorough. Exactly. Please, a round of applause. That corroborates what the CEO said, that the vetting process is thorough. Please, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, so now I will stay with the CFO. Realistically speaking, what should the investors expect? Of course, from the financial side of things.
I would say more opportunities for investment. I think that just simply just puts it out there. More opportunities for investment with our other arms launching. I think that should create more opportunities for investment to tap into some of the things that we're creating. So,
take it a notch further. In coming years, where do you see things?
In coming years, I would say IJEAWELE should be one of the biggest fintech company out of Africa.
Please, I thought you would clap. I will come to the CEO. I would want to close with the CEO. So please, back to the COO.
Okay, I'm with you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, overall, you see, when we talk hire purchase, you've talked about the law. As a matter of fact, I just learned today when Michelle was speaking that there has been a law with regards to this since 1965. You know, there is a popular saying that Nigeria is not a country devoid of laws, but devoid of implementation. And I would also take it a notch higher that some of us are not even aware of some of these legal instruments available to us. You've talked about vetting. How has this been received? Because, you know, with regards to elections, they would say, don't just conduct a free and fair election. It must be seen to be free and fair. Thus far, how have the must be seen to be free?
The investment, it's in our contract. When you invest, you know, when you invest in IJEAWELE, we give you a contract. You see that is for the investor point of view. All these things we are talking about, vetting of drivers, the process, how you make your money and everything, it's in the contract. There's no hidden, everything is transparent. Then for the riders and for the drivers, it's very important. The vetting process, they are already used to this system, though the way IJEAWELE is doing it is more deeper because we don't play with investors' funding. You know, it's the cover that you give the business. We don't want to. It's easier. How are you going to explain to an investor that I put money in, I'm not getting return? The CEO talked about it during the opening remarks that he said that even though the riders are not paying, we are paying. Yes, we are paying, but it will get to a point we can break. We are not doing magic. IJEAWELE is not a magic company or whatsoever. It's driver, you invest, we push it to driver, they drive, make returns, then we pay the investor. There's a system to it. And when that system is altered, there is a problem.
So from your words, I take it that the measures you have in place, however stringent or thorough, is to ensure that both sides of the divide get a fair share of what they opted in for.
Yes, sure.
All right, please, thank you so much. Please now on to the CEO. I will be very swift. I want you to address the misconceptions. Of course, you have cracked the code. So I want you to address the misconceptions about hire purchase, and in the end of that rendition, tell us the vision. This model in other parts of Africa, and if I will add, other parts of the world.
Okay, thank you very much. These are rather not misconceptions, but experiences, I would say, right? Because people's hands have been burned, people have been victimized, you know, through investment schemes. People have had very bad experiences with drivers, you know, on hire purchase. So it is not a misconception thing, it's an experience thing, because even personally, I have experienced it. Before we integrated the IJEAWELE hire purchase into the IJEAWELE ecosystem or IJEAWELE project, I had done the hire purchase for more than 2 years on my own. I had good experiences, I had bad experiences, but altogether it's a journey than a destination. And this journey had helped us to sharpen the company or the brand that we are today. So what we are doing is to redefine the process to give people better experiences. So if you've had a bad experience in the past, we can change your narrative, right? So that's what we're doing. We can change your narrative to actually say this is working. And I'll give an instance. People default on loans. So does that mean Fidelity Bank will stop giving loans? No. No. So it is just to go back to the system, to redefine it, to sieve it, to restructure it, to make it better. We're not going to run away from the market because this is a profitable market. You see, hire purchase and the transport itself is one of the most growing sectors in not just in Africa, but in the world. Some countries, they even privatize their own transport system. They are also owned by the government. So the government can be making money, like in places like Istanbul, all their BRT buses and so many public vehicles are owned by the government. You know, that's how influential and important or powerful the transport system is. So we're not going to run away from it because people have failed in the past or because we've had one or two bad experiences. I was using Mr. Emma as a reference. Sir, to be honest, If people want this to work, it will work. Realistically, I'm being honest with you, because there are no much sector that can guarantee you a steady cash flow and a guaranteed return of up to 70, 80, 90, 100% guaranteed. When I say guaranteed, trust me, it may not sound very good to you, but I mean guaranteed. And this is what I mean. We balance these things up, just like the question you asked the COO. Some investors are very unrealistic. How are you expecting 100% in 1 year? And that's how you get scammed. And then, why are you giving a vehicle to a rider, and then you're expecting the rider to pay maybe up to 200% or 100 and something percent? That's why at some point they will get easily worn out, and they will want to go with the vehicle. They even run away with the vehicle. So we are realistic. We look at the market. COO has been a rider before. He has done higher purchase. He has, So what is obtainable? So we look at what is obtainable, and we promise our investors according to what is obtainable. And that's why our prices are reviewable. So if things change, we can come back and tell our investors, not old investors, new investors, okay, we were paying 35, now we can do 30 because the prices of things, fuel and everything is. And because we have put our riders into consideration, that's why Mr. Emmanuel can even pay 2 weeks ahead. Because our prices are very fair. We're not telling you to pay 100,000, So that's on the misconception. And then you were asking also about the vision. So you see, like I said during my opening remark, we want to make higher purchase, at everyone's fingertips, just as banking is right now. And I'm going to use Piggyverse as an instance. Piggyverse came and, how do I put it? So they modernized and they made better or enhanced savings. So saving is a part of banking, but they focused on savings and made it better. Now, in the past, people used to save, or people also, used to take loans. You give money to Akawo people, that's what we call it, and sometimes they will run with your money. Right? So companies like Piggyverse came to redefine the process. So we are not innovating, we are going back to the drawing board, looking at something that is very profitable but is not working well. And then we are redefining that tradition that is not working well so that people can trust it. Now, we are building a proper structure around it. People have been transacting before banks even came into being. People have been transacting. But with the emergence of commercial banks, banking became more structured and scalable. Today, banks are in Nigerian stock exchange market. Banks are public companies. You can buy shares. We hope in the future that IJEAWELE can even be listed. We hope that in the future, people from anywhere, just as people from anywhere can send and receive money with MoneyPoint OPay, that people can trust, and it becomes what? Normal. It becomes normal that anywhere, and we hope by the special, we want to set the pace. We know people are going to copy us. Piggyverse came with their savings platform, and today there are other savings platforms that have copied Piggyverse. We want people to copy us.
Wow, why are you not clapping? You see, it takes a man or woman who is so sure of what he or she is doing to welcome competition. If you're not sure, in fact, you'll be saying, let's file for patent, so that anybody that tries to copy us, we sue them. But when you're so sure, you welcome such competitions. Please, a round of applause for every member of our panel, from the CEO, the CFO, the CEO, the Express Director, and our dear rider. And please, make that applause more resounding for a model rider. Please. Please. If you've had experience with mobility and transportation, you would make that ovation even louder, because he is a poster child of what people should look like in Nigeria. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, before we rise for a group photograph, I must bring you up to speed that right after now, there would be a presentation of motorcycles downstairs. And we will be fed here live. Everyone is not expected to join that session. But this I will say. Okay, yes, please. Please, you will. Please. Please, can you send the microphone to her, please? Who's going first? The CFO or the CEO?
The CFO first.
Okay.
So there was a question that was thrown to you about investment safety, and then I wanted you to nail that question, but I couldn't really get around what you were trying to explain. So we as investors, I want you to explain how some of your drawbacks are going to affect us, the investors. Are you saying that the legally binded document is enough? We won't be scared, right? We need something concrete. I want you to explain our safety. That's your question. Okay.
Okay, thank you. I think that question is for me because, okay, if you say CEO, this is my CEO, this is my boss. Okay, thank you. Yes, I'm talking about for the safety of investment. You know, I've mentioned it over the course of the question. So that's why I'm just saying just that particular, talking about the contract. You know, the contract is not enough. Contract is not enough. We do background checks, vetting of the drivers, make sure we know who we are giving your investment to, which is very important. There's a proper insurance coverage for all the assets, comprehensive insurance for all the assets. So there's no asset that will just disappear. There's insurance for it. And also, they are fully monitored. I talked about our security company sitting beside you. So they are fully monitored. So there's no room for excuses. Thank you.
Thank you. So we should be rest assured that our investment is safe with
Sure, sure, yes, it is.
Okay, so the CEO now, you said something about Fidelity Bank. If you take a loan and then they can't get their money back, I mean, bad debt, right? So that means when you have some of those problems, we don't get to know about it. Am I right? You're saying now that our investment
Yeah. Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
then we don't get to hear about it.
Absolutely.
So all we need to do is bring our money.
Absolutely.
And then
Absolutely.
we get our
So
ROI.
yes, let me give a practical experience.
Please do.
So when there is theft in Fidelity Bank, for instance, sorry Fidelity Bank, I'm always mentioning you people. You are my partners. So let's say somebody hacks into a Fidelity Bank account or maybe Fidelity server and steals money. Fidelity Bank will pay them.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
So
we've had, I'm sorry.
Okay.
We've had cases where these loans have actually sent those banks into.
So there are clauses, and yes, and then we have to check a whole lot of things. First, the security from the customer's perspective, because for instance, if you let someone have access to your password and your PIN, we can't take responsibility for that. Right? Yeah. So we have the PIN to protect you. We have the KYC. In fact, there are even some type of withdrawal that you will make, and then we'll have to give you a phone call. There is, in fact, with the app now, the next update, you're going to have a particular account saved to your profile. So that even when someone has access to your profile or to your account and tries to make a withdrawal, we understand that there are cases where you might need emergency money and the account you're trying to pay to may not be okay to send money to, so you can receive with another account, but you have to confirm from us. That's security, all right? So that's what we will do for you. Whether the rider pays, ma'am, there are cases when our own riders don't pay. It's not rocket science. We are not doing magic, and no machine is 100% efficient. So there will always be some frictions here and there, right? But then this is where we come in as an agency. Because we're also making money off you.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're making money off you. So when it gets bad, we try to mitigate, we try to step in and make it possible for you to receive your payment. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you.
Please, is there still a question from the audience? Would want to take more? Okay, please, there is a hand there.
My question is this. It's a very simple question. While the whole stuff was going on, maybe either I'm not paying attention or I didn't hear well regarding when it comes to debt occurrence. What happens to the investor? Assuming I invested and tomorrow I'm occurrence, what happens to the investor? Assuming I invested and tomorrow...
Oneness of kin now, we want to get more information on, maybe people that we can pay to, should there be maybe a case of death or something. But currently we have next of kin on our profile. So in fact, it's a must, I think. It's compulsory. It's compulsory that you have, it's part of your KYC that you put in your next of kin. Thank you very much, sir, for that question. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Esther. I want to ask a question based on my experience with some people that are into hire purchase, Keke most especially. And what I noticed from their experience is the variance in the... And what I noticed from their experience is the variance. Towards early this year, it was around 3.8, the price was fluctuating. And so I wanted to confirm, I think the CEO mentioned something related to that regarding the fact that, okay, and old investors might not be affected by increase in the price, but as a new investor, is it going to show on the app frequently? And how do we, sometimes the inflation might just be within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and after a while it goes down again and the price reduces. So how do we manage that aspect? Because as an investor, if I do a click, let's say of 200 with some set of people this month, and next month I just feel like, okay, let me do another 200. I've closed the chapter of what I did the last month, but this month I want to do another 200. How am I going to get an update about the price, or is that what we are giving as the fixed price?
Thank you, Mom. So we are selling a real product here. We're selling real assets, real products. And these asset prices might change depending on the economic situation. And then that's when we can review our ROI. In fact, last year, I bought some of my own tricycles at the rate of 2.5 last year. And then gradually went up to 3 million. We reviewed our prices. We were not selling for 3.5 before. We reviewed. And we will continue to review. But then again, if you have already purchased an asset and your asset is reading, we can't change the payout, because it's already reading. You've already purchased the asset. The asset has already been assigned to a vetted driver. And the agreement with you stands on that old price. The payout, the same. There are customers, we invited a lot of our customers to come in. Some of them are not present. So we have customers scattered all over. So one of our customers I invited actually bought when the bike was lesser. We are still paying. So when we complete the payment, that one is over. So if we increase our prices, it takes effect from that moment when we increase the prices. Yeah. So you're covered. Yeah.
Any other question, please? Okay.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Antonia. I just wanted to ask if, okay, take for example, I'm in a clique, okay? And I decide to invest this month, and the clique is not complete. Does it mean my returns will not be coming until the clique is complete for us to take off? I need to understand, please.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you. So, unfortunately, yes. Because the clique is joint ownership. You are contributing towards the ownership of an asset. And normally, from our own standard method, we allow the click to stay for 30 days. If not fully funded, we refund you. So we are not an investment company, even though the name of the product is IJEAWELE Invest. We are an expert management company, right? So if you put your money into the click, you contributed. So while we might use the term investment, it does not necessarily mean that you're investing. Let's say you're investing into stock exchange, or when you just put money, no. So when you make your contribution, you will see it on the dashboard. Others will keep making their own contributions. You know, when you will be seeing the progress of the contribution until the click is full. But we've never had an experience where a click didn't get full within 2 weeks. 2 weeks is full. People, in fact, you know, after the contribution is fully completed, fully funded, we get the asset assigned to a vetted driver. It takes about 2 weeks, and then you start to earn. Thank you, Mama. I hope I answered your question.
Okay, please, is there any other question? Is there any other? Okay, in the absence of any question, I want to say that I, as the moderator, what I saw on this panel was absolute sincerity. I saw a people who are grounded, who understand the business they've ventured into, and if I'm to give my opinion, I would say your investment is safe here. Please, a round of applause. Let's rise for a group photograph. Ushers, please get the seats back, and in swift succession, group photograph, please. Group photograph, please. And right after this, just before the presentation of motorcycles, please, we will be taking a testimony from an investor, Miss Bukola. And if you're an investor in the house and you have a testimony about how it's been thus far, you will be welcome to the lectern. All right, thank you so much. Please swiftly, let's have for a testimonial, Miss Bukola. Please, a round of applause for Miss Bukola.
So they say a way to a woman's heart is through money, right? We like money, and I'm a risk taker. I take a lot of risk. I wanted to, at the time I invested with IJEAWELE, I had 3 options, right? And then Tolu, I just saw the advert. It popped up on my Instagram page, and then I called, and she told me about it, and I said, okay, I'm going to look into it. It took me 1 month, right, to actually make the investment. But she kept on, her tenacity was so, Ma'am, there's a click. Would you like to join? Okay, just the barest minimum. Do something. I'm like, you guys, are you not going to run away with my money? Ha! I'm scared though. She's like, try. Okay, put something very little. And then she sent me a click. This click is closing. Just try it. So I started with the barest minimum. And then the click closed. And then the following week, I got a payment. I'm like, okay, I think I can do this. I made another investment. I actually have 3 investments with IJEAWELE, right? So, and I did that because I kept on getting my money, and then it was steady. It's not money that you're waiting like to the end of the month to get. I was getting it every week. I get it on a weekly basis. So my experience has actually been very amazing, and I am encouraging you all, if you don't have an investment with IJEAWELE, I would say that you should try it out. It's not bad at all. I could like take all my money and then put it there because I know that I'm going to get my money back. Thank you.
Thank you so much, not just for your vote of confidence, but for the very brief masterclass that the way to a woman's heart is money. No wonder none has followed me. I kept giving flowers. I will change the pattern. All right, very swiftly to the presentation of motorcycles. Please, we will be fed on the screen. Can we move swiftly to the presentation of motorcycles? And then when we are back, we would be engaging the reverse gear that we may initiate park and eventually the handbrake and call it a day. distinguished ladies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for everything that has got a beginning must also have an end. Albeit an end just to this event and the beginning to a lot and many investments to come. Please help welcome for a closing remark and a call to action, the CFO and co-founder, Mr. Maduka Elvis Daniel.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I'll just give a very brief closing remark. First of all, I want to say thank you, everyone, for being here, for joining us for this mobile launch. There are a lot of beautiful faces here, and I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for being here. So, ladies and gentlemen, today marks not just the launch of an app, but the beginning of a new chapter in how we shape opportunity, access, and empowerment. IJEAWELE Invest was born from a simple idea to ease burdens, open doors, and create a pathway for people to achieve more, one step at a time. As we stand here together, we are reminded that innovation is not only about technology, but about trust, community, and vision. This journey is not just ours, it belongs to every individual who will now have the chance to dream bigger, invest smarter, and move forward with dignity. We are proud of how far we've come, but we're even more excited about where we are headed, because this is only the beginning, and together we will build a future where possibilities are not a privilege, but a right. Before we go, I would like to leave us with this wonderful quote. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, but the courage to keep walking creates the future. Thank you, everyone, for coming here.
Thank you so much. That was quite brief and very instructive. Few words, but pregnant with a whole lot of hydra-headed meanings. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'll borrow a narrative from the 1997 movie, The Devil's Advocate. There was a conversation between two of the star actors, Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. When Al Pacino asked him, why law? Why did you choose law to bury all your investments? And then he said, because law put us at the center of everything. It is common knowledge that the basic human needs are housing, shelter, and clothing. But of course, these things have to be moved around. And that's where transportation and mobility comes in, which means that an investment in this direction will never run dry. An investment in this direction will never lack patronage. On behalf of IJEAWELE Group, my name is Jolly Edem, and I welcome you to this investment, making money and a whole lot of prosperity. From the staples of this MC, it is good afternoon, see you some other time. All right, attention, please. I am meant to understand there is refreshment at the foyer downstairs. So please, let's make our way down and